age. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight, tricks of the trade. You got the power, let me show you the way.
Get rich. It's gonna. Get rich. It's gonna. Get rich. It's gonna. Get rich.
Buddha's going down. Health is wealth now.
So,
what was your reaction to finding out 2K wanted your build in the game for Season 4?
I asked a lot of people at Community Day, how could I get a build in the game? Because I didn't get one in the game last year. So I've been waiting 4 seasons. So I was ecstatic.
What are some of your favorite modes to play in 2K? I know you're a rec head just like me, but what other modes do you enjoy playing?
I've really been enjoying starting 5 actually, because it's very hard to find like people to play with on a consistent basis, especially as 2K's been out for a while and they're waiting on the new one to come out. So I still want to be able to play basketball and get on the game. So playing starting 5, I get to go use my Phoenix Suns, play with my center, and find my way to a championship per se.
That's
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting 5s for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Mr. Clutch out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for Minnesota, they've got Gobert. McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Bucks. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the grapefruit. Guys?
Thanks, David. Greg, this is some kind of number. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's Milwaukee now. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Mr. Clutch has got 5 points so far. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Cleveland. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Parker. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Driving the lane. Here's Alexander Walker.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Well, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Here's Parker. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Down Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And this one of the few opponents who really stuck it to them during what was an otherwise excellent season for them. You're right, they've got to have revenge on their minds tonight.
And with the game still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Here's Dillingham. Defended by Middleton. Clock at 4. Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Ball covered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Takes a 3. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And again, just taking the greatness for granted here. Amazing sequence from Giannis.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. Mr. Clutch out there with Jackson. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Warriors was terrific. He scored 31 points, and along with that scoring, he brought some defensive intensity as well. It was a memorable moment for him. I'm sure he thinks he can repeat that effort more consistently from here on out. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg will see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's Dillingham. Defended by Middleton. Great D that time for Middleton. Bucks leading by 13. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
The pass to Reed. He kicks to McDaniels. There's the triple. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Here's Mr. Clutch. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Jackson. Alexander Walker passes to Reed, and the rejection by Giannis. Inside, here's Parker. It's good, the assist this time from Jackson. And it's 9 points for Mr. Clutch. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
The tally on the offensive rebounds right now has been really impressive. They've just been in the right spot at the right time and getting those putbacks.
Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Minnesota calls timeout. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially...
So it's Milwaukee out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all.
38. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Timberwolves. You can't lose.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Mr. Clutch. He's really been playing well.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dillingham. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Randall. And it's McDaniels at the 3 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Dillingham. Rebound, Milwaukee.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Randall, the putback, and Lopez pulls it down.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Milwaukee ball. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Mr. Clutch. 11 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez with the buckets.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Gobert. That one doesn't go. Good D by Lopez.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
McDaniels against Middleton. Alexander Walker on the wing. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Outside for Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
And the Bucks with some changes. Prince is checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Jackson in for Lillard. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes. Freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Here's Mr. Clutch. 15 points in the game. Back to Jackson. This one for three. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got 7.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
There's the drive. Dillingham, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And so it's Minnesota with it. To the middle. Here's Parker. Banked in off the glass. Mr. Clutch has got 8 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Passes it to Gobert. Back to Alexander Walker. Takes it from 10. And finished off by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
41 seconds left in the third. Here's Parker. It's tipped. And he gets it back. Another shot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Out left to the wing. Pass to Dillingham. Driving inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Brook Lopez. Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts in the game. And he knocks down the 3.
Substitution on court.
Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Setting the floor for the Bucks. The small and power forwards are the star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Mr. Clutch out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Lopez in at the 5. McDaniels in the post. Defended by Middleton. Outside Conley. 6 to shoot. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And an emphatic alley-oop chance.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And he's good on the 3 ball. Mr. Clutch has got 11 points here in just the second half. Randall passes to Gobert. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Parker, the pass to Giannis. Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. There's the pass to Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker. No good from outside.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. That's the kind of pass that you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Conley surveying the D. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
Substitution on the court. At the line for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 1.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Mr. Clutch's shot is off. Outside Conley. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't eat home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Mad money popping out the register. It's going out hot summer in this metaverse. Bankroll, get the loot and the tender. There's no contender. I am the spender. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight. Tricks of the trade. You got the power. Let me show you the way.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Muda's going down. Health is wealth, never find me clowning. Thought I'd be on top, but I'm drowning. Swimming in coins, Italian fountain. Mine's going up, your account is bouncing. I keep the lucky cat pouncing. My Nicky Necko ain't frowning. Keychain, piggy bank, I'm surrounded. Even if you poor, you rich. If your mind right, promise every note, get your grind tight. If you see the money, then you see the light. I'll be blowing through it at the speed of light. Growing like stalactites. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight, tricks of the trade. You got the power, let me show you the way.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
It's gonna
You got the power, let me show you the way.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna. It's gonna.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle up.
Substitution on the
back
court.
in 94.
Substitution
This
on the
has
court.
been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
And it's a completely new group for USA. So Team World's 5 right now. They've got Topic. And Benyama's out there with Buzelis. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot.
2 minutes remaining.
Down low.
First, 2 minutes.
Klingen. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. And I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to go.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves
into the
that they
lineup
wouldn't
for
even
Team
dare to
World.
attempt in a regular season game.
And Team World making a change here. Edie's checked in. Just under 3. Oh, and there he puts it down! Oh, my goodness.
And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Here's Kamare. Jaquez defending. Kamare misses. USA trails by 9. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
And for a guy who hasn't been able to get a ton of minutes this season, great that he's had a chance to show off his skill set here tonight.
And he does have some skills to show off. I mean, his opportunity for more playing time is going to come soon enough. He just has to stay patient.
Fades away. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got his second basket of the night.
And how about the awareness by Klingen, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 29 seconds left in the first. Here's Mr. Clutch to the paint. And there's the second to finish it off.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Team World leading by 5. Here's Topic. 6 points for him. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Edie, that shot off. And so it's Benyama
with the score.
making things happen for Team World.
16.
He made his mark
Team
in a
World.
big way on the
21.
boards in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back to this showcase.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
So Team World's 5 right now. Edie out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Topic. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Kamare in at the 2 spot.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
55 seconds left now here in the second. 2 points!
You know, I know his NBA career is just starting out, but he has been logging some veteran minutes in the regular season.
Well, in his short time in the league, Greg, he's earned the full confidence of the coaching staff. They're not afraid to use him in any situation.
Team World trails by 9. Here's Topic. And Mr. Clutch pulls it down.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by Team World. To the inside. Klingen with the steal. Here's the break. The offensive rebound. Here's Castle. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Castle's got the lead up to 13 now for USA. And it's blocked. And so that brings the first half to a close. USA leads by 13. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
35.
And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. Tonight,
Substitution on the
new
court.
group for
Substitution
USA.
on the court.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the
Now,
third. 2
rxch.
minutes.
He's got 10. Here's Larson. It's hauled in by USA. Klingen's got 4 rebounds in this game. They've got Klingen. Castle is out there with Mr. Clutch. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Mobo in at the power forward position. And for Team World, we've got Puzelis. Also, Edie out there. And it's Larson in at the 1 spot.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Klingen, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Klingen's got his second bucket of the game to go. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And with every swat, Klingen is earning a reputation as a shot blocker. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pass to Larson. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Second team
First
foul.
trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for Team World. Larson. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor in this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Second chance shot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal
How
foul.
about the body
First
control
team
on that
foul.
one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And so he hits both. 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. rxch with it. The fadeaway. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
Visiting team.
USA
44.
ahead, just dominating this one. And do not go. Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play, and they are putting on a show.
It's Jackson Davis out there with Klingon. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Mr. Clutch. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard. Down low. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Topic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson.
Second personal
That'll be
foul.
his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Miller's checked in for USA.
Substitution for USA. Brandon Miller.
On defense, USA. Here's Topic. Plays it up and banks it in.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Kamare. 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Kamare's got his first bucket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Count the basket. And that's now 18 points for Mr. Clutch.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Lets it fly. Topic, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And, Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Tries from 10 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's defended by Koulibaly. Three-pointer. Tries to keep it alive. Here's Parker.
2 minutes.
Well, good with the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to McCain. USA needs to get off a shot. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Here's Edey. Jackson Davis defending. Right wing. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
To the paint. Thompson with the bucket.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Here's Topic. He's guarded by Barker. Second shot opportunity. Goes up again, and Thompson sends it back. And they recover it. Pass to Topic. 4 on the clock. No good. Not a friendly rim at all. This trip down. Thompson passes to Barker. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Miller dishes to Thompson. USA moving the ball around. There's the three. Here's McCain. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Koulibaly. Bucket is good.
He's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Timeout. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Mr. Clutch.
Offensively, his focus was lasered up. I mean, whatever scheme the defense was working, he found a way to work through it, locating quality shots whenever he got his hands on the ball.
So much great young talent on the floor, but he stole the show with the display he put on. Seven seconds left in the fourth. So no problem for USA as they get the win.
What a terrific game. I tell you what, these young players are going to give us years of excitement to come. The future of the NBA is looking very bright with these guys.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Vinyl music lovers, listen up. 2K has partnered with Empire Records to create a limited edition vinyl box set titled Music to Ball To. You too may have balled to these tracks in Season 2 of NBA 2K25. This set features artists rxch, Larry June, Moneyman, Babytron, Lucky, and more. Over 2 vinyl records, also exclusive collector's items, and 35,000 VC for NBA 2K25. This collector set is available now. Get out there, throw on some.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA Basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And the Clippers starting 5. Bamba is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Harden. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, the small and power forwards are the star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Mr. Clutch out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Lopez in at the center. Doors for front offices. With the season starting to wind down, what's important now?
Yeah, there are focus shifts depending on the season. And right now, with the season sort of dwindling, first and foremost, the draft lottery is important. The draft will occur over the course of the summer. So talent evaluation of those all-important college kids, the European players, but also you're evaluating your roster. What has worked? What do we need to change? There is always so much to look at if you are trying to put a team together.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Lillard outside. Over Harden. Lillard misses. On offense, here are the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
How about the shooting percentage in the low 30s? That tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
And a wide open look for Porter. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And the basket by Lillard.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Lillard against Harden. Outside, Porter. Pass to Bamba. Over Lopez. The rebound by Middleton.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Parker, the pass to Lillard. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Porter. Here's Parker. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Bamba kicks to Porter. Los Angeles with another miss.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
The shot's good from Lopez.
I'll tell you, the defense can throw whatever they want towards Brook Lopez. In the end, he's too big and too strong.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, the Bucks head coach and I were able to talk. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this one. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one. But they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Green, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Clippers also making some changes. Jones comes in for Bamba. And Bones Highland subbed in for Kevin Porter. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. 6 points for Mr. Clutch.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Leonard against Giannis. Passes it to Coffee. Cranes the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Giannis outside. To the middle. Here's Parker. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Harden the pass to Jones. The pass to Highland. Shoots. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's defended by Highland. Parker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton.
Very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
It's his first trip to the line.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line.
Substitution and a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Kevin Porter. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Mohamed Bamba. Then it's Harden, and it's Coffee in at the small forward position.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He scored 22 points and a couple of boards as well. That kind of performance has to add to his confidence. Kevin, we'll see if he can find different ways to dominate again.
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Well, I think they're going to need it. This team looks completely different when he's raised his game.
Leonard dishes to Harden. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
I tell you what, James Harden has got the kind of frame that he can absorb contact and play right through it.
Lopez finds Middleton. Here's Mr. Clutch. An easy 2 points on the layup. 16 points for Mr. Clutch.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Leonard inside. Giannis is there. And the rejection by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt, a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
For Milwaukee, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
At the elbow, Harden. Pass to Leonard. Kawhi, confident inside.
So many advantages Kawhi Leonard has when he's inside. Size, power, strength. To the cup he goes.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Porter. Parker, the pass to Lopez. And that one, good. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. So it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players.
45, the Clippers, 30. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bucks Houston.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
The post pair, the longtime duel of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. The Clippers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion. Boy, what a career he has had.
Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Leonard's got 7 points.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Middleton on the wing. Chalk up 2 there. And the Bucks lead by 14.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
And Porter, here we go. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's good. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Leonard kicks to Porter. Looking to get back on track here. 5 on the clock. Here's Harden. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 11 rebounds in the game. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When Kawhi Leonard is out the doors, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up
individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Here's Harden. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Parker. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harden kicks to Porter. Lopez with the block.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 25 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Prince is checked in for under the... And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Porter is out there with Harden. And it's Bamba in at the pivot spot, right in the middle.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Leonard dishes to Harden. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Jackson against Leonard. Here's Parker. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Boy, just great instincts with great length. Kawhi Leonard, since he entered the league, has been a tremendous defender.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Bucks making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Jones checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Jones. Porter passes to Jones. Kicks it to Batum. Driving to the basket. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Nick Batum sees space and takes advantage of that space. That's a nice drive.
Here's Parker. Porter with a block. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Porter, and the shot goes down. And that's down 27 points for Mr. Clutch. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
The Clippers shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Here's Leonard. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Giannis passes to Parker. Over Porter. Stolen by Harden. Inside. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Jackson. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now the dish to Giannis. Here's Parker. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Taken away.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. A dominating performance for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, a threat, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
White against Highland. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by the Bucks. Wright finds Prince. Now here's Jackson. Here's Mr. Clutch. Highland with the rebound. And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Parker. Count that bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 30 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical perforence they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
It's going up. Get rich. It's going. Get rich. It's going up. Get rich. It's going. Get rich.
Mad money popping out the register. It's going up. Hot summer in this metaverse. Bankroll, get the loot and the tender. There's no contender. I am the spender. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil,